What is up, guys? So today I'm going to be bringing you a video all about the E30. Basically, just going over how to do the front suspension stuff. I have new control arms I'm going to be putting in. I got new control arms, end links. I have the new control arm bushings as well. That's pretty much it for right now. I'm waiting on my inner and outer tie rods to come in because I want to replace that. I want to make the suspension perfect. It has a little bit of play in the steering wheel, which you probably won't be able to see right now. Well, yeah, it's got a little bit of play. So I just want to make it nice and crispy, all new again. The goal is to really pretty much like restore this car and just enjoy it for what it is. It's been pretty good to me so far. It's been really easy to work on. I started to kind of clean this up because this needs to be cleaned like pretty bad. It's been sitting out and corroded for so long, so I hit it with the pressure washer a little bit and kind of cleaned it up. Same thing with some of the engine bay. I got it pretty clean down here. I kind of missed back there a little bit. Same thing over there, got it over there, whatever. I have a bunch of products coming in for this thing. So besides all that stuff that I ordered, with the inner and outer tie rods, ordered a new cap and rotor because it has like a slight misfire, and I was looking at the cap last time, and there's pretty much no brass left on some of the little pins that go around, and they were already showing like the magnetic stuff on the other side. So I figured that might be like why I have a hesitation, because maybe it's not making good enough contact. So I ordered that, ordered a new rotor. Besides that, my frame rail reinforcement kit for the passenger side's finally coming in. I ordered that. I ordered a new chip for the ECU, so that'll be another video. I was bored on Sunday night, so I ordered new LED fog lights for these because these are just garbage. I can't see at night, so it's pretty annoying. I got to get the paint for this still because I have a whole new fender somewhere over there. And then I also have the front valence, which goes down here. It's the whole cow catcher valence is what they call it. I like how it looks, so we'll see how it looks on the car, but I think it should be pretty good overall. I want to get this kit for the rear end. It's got pretty much like this, it deletes all of this plastic right here, gets rid of all the plastic, leaves the bumper obviously, but then you're able to see like a nicer valence on the bottom. So it has like a nicer valence, has like a bumper. I really want to get that kit just to kind of freshen up the rear end of this car. I mean, it kind of looks a little bit dorky to me. And then you can see like the spare tire well right there, and like just the wire hanging up the exhaust. Didn't even see that. That's funny. But ideally, like I said, just want to restore it, pretty much get it back to its old glory days. It is a 36-year-old car, so always bear that in mind. By the way, if any of you go to look at these things, especially a coupe, 10 out of 10, if it's a good price, and even if you have some rust repair to go through, I would just do it. These things are going to go up in value so much in further years to come. Like, it's 36 years old. You got to look at old American muscle cars back in the day, and like true enthusiasts, if you keep this car pretty much all original, you could probably get a good bang for your buck later on in the end. I lucked out with all the interior being intact, the seats kind of being in good shape, like the driver's seat. I'm probably going to just replace it though, because I had to do some stuff to get it to, the gear was messed up on that side, so I had to do a couple things to make it not move. But I had to buy a glove box. So glove box is in finally. I know you saw it in the other videos, it was dropped down. I just put it in wrong. I don't know if I'm going to replace the dash. The cracks in it are kind of annoying, but it is a big hassle to go pulling the whole dash out just to replace that. And I've seen plenty of videos on it, and I know it can be done, but it's going to be a headache. So I don't know if I want to do that just yet. I kind of want to enjoy it this summer, you know, and in the fall. Hopefully after I get all the major rust repair fixed. It's not that bad, but like I said, I mean, I have the frame rail over here that needs to be going through, and then there's this spot right here. This is where you jack it up from. This is the lift point, and it's kind of just it's not there. And every time I try to lift it up from there, or the one time I did, it just kind of pushed all that metal up. So not ideal, but luckily I have a few people who are going to help me out with doing that. Red car goes on Saturday to get its welding done, which is awesome. Thank you, Joven. And then pretty much I have my shifter bushings coming in for this because that has so much slop in it. It's crazy. I can't reach it. Yeah, this is in no gear whatsoever. All right, so we got the new controller, man. It was kind of easy, kind of hard. N-Link, I just replaced that. My bolt snapped, unfortunately, but I actually had a spare from a Subaru, so that worked out great. So new N-Link, new control arm bushing. I had to clean the paint off of this end with some Scotch-Brite because it was really fighting me to go in. So we got that taken care of. This is a 12 or 22 mil bolt. When you go to loosen it and tighten it, I came back through here and went straight up. I know you can't really see that well, but went straight up behind the sway bar and then up and in, because there's like a little spot there and like you can kind of stick your hand up and touch the brake booster. That's the best place that I found to go from. It's a 22 mil wrench, easy to get to relatively. I just stuck the 19 mil with an extension here, popped that off with an impact. This one obviously was just 217s, came out nice and easy for me, and that's really all you have to do to get all of that out. I have myself a tie rod, breaker bar, what do you want to call that, ball joint tool, so I just hammer them in and then they pop out. I would just go to Advance and grab yourself one. It saves you a lot of time, in all honesty, because you just literally hammer it in between the knuckle and the ball joint itself on the control arm, and they pop down. Saves you a lot of time, a lot of effort, screwing around, all that stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead, jack up the rest of the car, do the other side. This side's all set, tight and ready to go. I do, however, need to get a new bolt for this because this is not bueno. Although it technically holds itself in, but I don't know. What's up, Sam?
Cock and balls.
Damn, that's crazy.
Oh, yeah. Didn't know this was a PG meeting.
It's all right. We're only PG-12 here. So it looks like this control arm has been replaced, or this tie rod has been replaced, actually. Maybe I shouldn't have bought them, because now that I'm looking at it, like, they are fairly clean. I mean, look at that paint. It's literally brand new. Huh. Maybe it just never had an alignment after. That's crazy. I bought them because I didn't think they were done. Well, whatever. I mean, at least I'll have them anyways, so I can do them if I want to. But I wanted to get rid of the play and the steering, so. All right, guys, so now I am on day 3 of getting the control arms buttoned up, but got some bad news, right? So as I was looking underneath this thing, I'm going through everything. Let me just get this out of the way here. So I got this piece of floor right here, right? That's where the jack point is. Well, if I, dang, this thing's dead too. No, it's not dead. So I already knew that this was pretty rough, right? But if we give this a good old push here, don't mind the fender. I was gonna replace it anyways, but if we give this a nice little push here, you can see the whole floor is flexing up to here, because all of this isn't attached to the inner rocker. And then I started messing around over here and feeling underneath all this. And unfortunately, this whole floor pan is smoked. So, you might be asking if I'm giving up on this car. Me too. I'm not, obviously. The first step to going about any of this, in my head, I think I just gotta finish this up, see how it drives. Obviously, I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm already too far into it. I already like the car as it is. It's relatively clean besides that. I mean, I know I say it's relatively clean, but that isn't that big of a deal in my opinion. I already bought the frame rail reinforcement kit so I can replace all of that. Luckily, all of this right here from factory, this is a block on the inside, and that block is nice and perfectly clean, which is really kind of funny considering the rest of it is just so gone. Like, oh sorry. So like that block is nice and clean in there, right? And then that's the carpet on the inside. I'm sure that you could probably understand that that's the carpet. So that's what we're working with. The rest of the frame rail is in pretty good shape. I do have all of the frame rail to replace up to here, so that's not a big deal. The other pieces I have go along the side and they would weld to the floor pan itself, but like I said, this floor pan is attached to like here. So there's not much holding in besides this actual floor brace that connects to the frame rail that ties the whole front together. I don't know yet if this made it to the trans tunnel, but I know that this part is kind of fudged. Oh, well, actually, I do know that it didn't make it to the the trans tunnel. It's just the floor pan here, which really sucks. This isn't rust. This is the freaking. Actually, I think that is a hole. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. So the floor pan's pretty much gone. There's not much holding this guy on to the frame rail. So we'll tuck that back up into place. Leave that alone. It's perfectly fine. My only problem is I don't know what this looks like under here. Obviously there's no light. I don't know what it looks like under here. It's probably pretty decent considering the fact that everything else over here was pretty good. So that's pretty much where I'm at with this right now. Luckily I got a buddy at work who's gonna let me use a welder, and I'm gonna take on that crazy project of just replacing this floor. I don't know how it got this bad, but I'm not gonna let anybody really come in here with me. I mean, in here it feels safe, right? So like you would think, oh, yeah, it's fine. And then right there, that's where right there would be where the floor pan comes up and has the pinch weld. That has the little jack point, so that's not great. But what are you gonna do? We'll keep powering through it. It is what it is. Just a little minute problem. But all I've got left to do is to swap the tie rod ends, because I mainly did this because it felt like crap when I was steering, and clearly this is the problem here. So I'll see if I can break that free, pull it off. If not, I have the whole entire new replacement, and then I'll go ahead and do the other side because those finally came in. New brakes should be here on Friday. Just gonna have to see what happens, you know? Kind of sucks. This is like the same situation as my truck, just flipped backwards, because the truck's driver's side was smoked and that all had to be cut out and replaced and welded in. This one is the passenger side, so that kind of this one is the passenger side, so that kind of sucks. And that frame rail being a little MIA is kind of a small problem, huh? So I'm gonna have to do some magic on that, but we'll see what happens. I mean, maybe I could fix it, maybe I can't, but I'm pretty sure I could get it done. It'll just take a lot of patience and time. I don't want to give up on it. I mean, even besides the little hole there, that's just a quick patch. That's not a big deal. This side was the one that had the hole back here. The other side doesn't have any holes besides the fuel cover. So that is what it is. I'm not even too worried about that. Those I could just bolt on and buy and call it a day. This side's all nice and bolted up. The driver's side was way easier than the passenger side, so that's a little disappointing, but and I gotta go through and fix all this. I don't know what the heck this stuff is, dude. People from the 80s, man. I'll tell you what. From the 80s all the way to 2020, there's been a lot of hands on this car. Getting the wiring on the radio sorted out, that was a pain in the neck. Getting speakers in here, getting it sounding decent so that way it's not sounds like I'm listening to my cell phone all the time. Pain in the neck. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm going to be doing a LED conversion for the headlights. I've seen plenty of videos on them, and I'm just going to do it anyways. I got to do it. I can't see at night in this thing.